Hey viewers, Corey here. Today we're going to be doing a video over a new map I just bought from a company called Rugged Maps. So I was looking for a map, waterproof, and I could just throw it in my bag. Seen Rugged Maps advertisement on a hunting channel, checked them out, and so far I gotta say I'm pretty impressed. It comes in this case when it arrives. And on the back it'll have what map it actually covers. And for this it was my hometown. So open it up. It's a pretty big map. It's 34 inches by 44 inches. Get it unfolded, there we go. Alright, so right up here in the top corner it tells you which map it is. It's of shoals. Alright, it is a down here at the bottom, 1/24,000 scale map, and it has your scale here for your mile. It doesn't actually have a key, but this is just your standard USGS topographical map, so there's not a bunch of stuff, and it's not zoomed in enough to where it actually shows buildings, but it does have some of the important features marked. I'm not an artist, so let's get that straight. But fire, alright, it's a square, the letter F marked in red. Police, it's going to be down here, square with a star, and it is in black. And then the Shoals Town Hall, or a government building, it is going to be a square with blue in it. So them were marked on there. I've looked over the map. So far, from what I can tell, they've got almost all the county roads marked. Everything seems to be correct from what I can tell. All the waterways are marked. It does not have grid lines, though. So it does not actually have your grid squares. So for people used to reading like a military style map, this is not the same thing. I'm not sure if the company can put them on. They do custom maps. So if you wanted something with grid squares, you might have to call and see if they can add them. It does have topographical lines, and all the colors are about the same. Green for vegetation, blue for water. All the you can see here the white areas, them are fields, farmers' fields. We have quite a big industry here on farming, so all of them are going to be marked in white. The material is pretty durable. I mean, you're not really going to tear it. It feels like a fabric. I took, to test out what would work, is actually marking on the map. I used a couple different pens. Just your standard Bic ink pen. I got a gel pen. A Write in the Rain ink pen. Your standard Sharpie. And map markers. These are the Stretler, Lumicolor, and these are non-permanent. Alright, if you're going to use an ink pen on these, just your standard Bic and the gel pen did not mark real well, because the map's got some texture to it, so it doesn't really glide over the map very well. But it does write. You just have to go back and forth over your letter or number, whatever you're writing. The Write in the Rain ink pen actually did the best, and it didn't smear at all. I just did 2 swipes and lines, and I'll show you in some still pictures at the end of the video what I did. But I just up here just wrote my name. So for the first part, I just used a standard Bic pen. Second part was for a gel pen, and the 2 explanation points was with the Write in the Rain. And after I wrote them, I'd wipe my finger over it. Very, very little would actually smear. And then once I got done, I took a wet washcloth and tried to wipe it off. It did lighten it up a little bit, but it didn't take it off. I also, on the back of the case I'd come in, I wrote my first name in the Lumicolor non-permanent markers, and my last name with the big Sharpie. The Sharpie, of course, did what Sharpie does. Real prominent, thick black line. Did not smear and did not come off with any kind of water. The Luma collar, I used the black one, but when I went to hit it up with the wet washcloth, it turned more of a gray. It definitely didn't remove it, but it did take some of it off. It's not near as prominent anymore, but you can still see it really easily. Now they say this is waterproof, so my first thing I did was I just took a Dixie cup full of water, splashed it on it, it rolled right off. Then I took it a step further and I actually formed a pouch out of the map here, you know, something like that, and poured a full Dixie cup of water in it. And only a few drops formed on the bottom of the map, but none actually, it was not actually dripping through the map. They just formed on the bottom and that was it. Now if you had a lot more water in it, with a lot more force, water would definitely probably seep through. But if you needed to use this in a pinch to collect rainwater, I think it would work pretty good. Like I said, it just formed a drop on the bottom, but I don't think there was enough water in it to actually like force the water through. My dog's playing. When I ordered the map to the time I got it was maybe 3 weeks. I emailed them after about 2 because I was unsure how long it would take, and they said that it was being printed and shipped, and it did. The very next day I got my notification, maybe 2 days later, that it had been shipped. I received it in the mail, and I think it was $35. So the price for me, I think it's really good. You can crumble it up. I mean, this is a true, you just throw it in your bag if you're in a hurry, and you can pull it back out, you know, and you're good to go. So far, I think I'm going to try to get a couple different maps, put them together, see how they do, where their lines are, how they are on that. And there's one more symbol that's on here that if I figure out what it is, I'll write it in the comment section. Just a little black symbol, and there's several on here. And some of them are way out in the middle of nowhere, so first I thought maybe fire hydrants, but after looking at it, I'm pretty sure that's not it. So I'll do some more research on that. I tried to get on their website and I didn't see anything. I'm going to shoot them an email, see if they can tell me what it is. But I'll leave that in the comment section whenever I find out. But yeah, if you guys are looking for a good map, waterproof, it's not like paper, it doesn't crinkle. And like I said, you can wad it up, you can throw it in your pack, and you could go. You could set this down. The back side is just white. I mean, you could use it as some kind of like a drop cloth or something like that. And then, I mean, you're pretty much, that's more stuff or less stuff in your pack that you're going to need. But yeah, if you guys are looking for a good map, highly recommend Rugged Maps. They do custom maps, so if you see something you want added, they do more than just the USGS topographical maps. They also do hunt maps, NOAA maps, waterway maps, state park maps. So they offer a lot more than just your standard USGS topographical map. So I'd highly recommend getting on their website, checking them out. I think it's definitely worth it. Alright, thanks for watching. Be safe.